We have a floating action button on the bookmarks page and another one on the Add Bookmark page. When navigating between these two pages, we observe that the floating action buttons animate into each other. This can be observed better if we remove the autofocus parameter so that the keyboard doesn't pop up. Notice how the shape of one floating action button changes into the shape of the other one. This animation is called a hero animation and is possible because of the hero widget in Flutter. We can wrap any widget in a hero widget, and when a navigation occurs, a hero animation is triggered on each pair of hero widgets that have the same tag. Let's see another example for this hero animation. This hero animation is referred to as the shared element transition in the Android development world. Flutter identifies the two widgets on different screens or routes, which should be a hero animation pair using the tag parameter of the hero widget, which is the only required parameter along with the child parameter, which would be the actual widget that would be animated. Now that we know where this animation comes from, we can check the implementation of the floating action button widget to verify that there isn't any kind of magic, but the floating action button uses a hero widget within. We can see this if we follow the usage of the hero tag parameter. Let's start adding a hero animation to our app. To begin with, let's assume that we implemented marking a bookmark as a favorite in our app. In that case, whenever we click on a bookmark, we should see a favorite icon on the app bar. Let's add that icon. We'll also add the same icon to the bookmark in the bookmarks list and grid. This is the widget that we'll use for our hero animation. Hence, let's wrap this in a hero widget and add a tag using the bookmarks link. For the sake of the tutorial, let's assume that no two bookmarks would have the same link since the tag parameter must be unique. In a real-world scenario, it would be a good idea to use the ID of the bookmark as the hero tag. Next, let's add the star icon to the bookmark list item widget as well. Since the icon must be shown at the end of the list item, we would have to wrap the contents of this widget in a row widget. Let's use the space between main axis alignment so that we have the title and the link on one side of the row and the star icon on the other side of the row. Hot reload to see the changes. We can use the size parameter of the icon widget to change its size. Let's also wrap the icon widget here in a hero widget and use the same tag as used on the view bookmark page. Format this statement and hot reload. Our hero animation works well between both the pages as we observe the star icon animate. Since we haven't added this hero widget with the star icon in the grid view, the star icon on the view bookmark page appears and disappears normally without an animation. Let's go ahead and increase the size of the item in the grid view and add the hero widget to it as well. Let's add some spacing between this hero widget and the bookmark link using a sized box. On hot reloading, we now observe that the star icon animates between pages for both the grid view and list view. The animation is a little janky because we are running the app in debug mode. Let's try running our app in the release mode to see this animation in action. Since the release mode is not available on the emulator, we'll have to run it on a physical device. And since our web view needs internet connectivity to load the web page in it, let's add the internet permission in the Android manifest.xml file. Emulators don't need this permission, but physical devices do. Android manifest.xml can be thought of as the file which includes some basic declarations or configuration like permissions, screen names, services, etc. of your Android app. Next, run the release version of the app using the release parameter with the run command on the terminal. Since we have multiple devices connected, we can choose which device to run on by using its ID. We now observe that our app looks a lot smoother in the release mode, and both the grid view and list view animate smoothly with the hero widget.